Hey everyone, Caront here, and welcome back. I did the Q&A video last week, and thank you guys for watching it and for commenting, giving me those questions, and for commenting on the video itself. I haven't gotten around to answering all the questions yet, but I will in due time. Well, due time meaning very, very soon. I've been on spring break vacation. It was a lot of fun. I got basically dragged around by an 11 and 9 and 5-year-old as I figured I would. It was a lot of fun, kind of tiring too, but I really had a blast. So I'm glad you guys were patient enough with me as I was trying to release some of my my Twitch videos on YouTube over the week so that I could basically bridge that gap. Didn't work out quite as well as I hoped it would, but still, I got some good content on there, I think, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I have recorded a couple of episodes of Tales of the Abyss today. I will be recording a couple more tomorrow with hopes of doing basically 4 videos this week and next week before my students turn in their research papers. Then I'll have to limit it back again a little bit, but that'll be pretty temporary. Okay, now in addition to the Q&A video I did earlier, I want to do a video in which I support my supporters, those of you who have signed on with me who are content creators. I will not be doing all of you who are content creators in this video because, well, there's just not enough time as a plane flies overhead, apparently. Okay. Anyhow, there's not enough time to really get everybody in, so I picked, I think, let's see, I've got 6 people here that I want to talk about. I will be linking to your channels. I think I have figured out how to actually edit these Q&A videos so that I can actually add thumbnails like I normally would. Let's see, at the top here where I would normally do them, and then have the links in the descriptions as well. So hopefully I should be able to work both of those out. Now, first off, I want to do my first support, I guess, for Press Select Shan, who was my 100th subscriber. So she gets first billing on this one. Now, Shan is an Australian YouTuber, and she has done a number of projects in the past. Right now, she is doing a couple, actually. One of them is Xenoblade Chronicles, which I watched Chugga Conroy's videos of that, so I hadn't really had the chance to look at hers yet, but it is a very ambitious game, and her commentary style should fit that pretty well, I think. I will get around to watching those specifically a little bit later. I have also, though, watched some of her videos of Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. It's a fun sort of handheld Zelda game, so it's not quite as graphically intensive, maybe, as some of the other Zelda games going on, but it's a lot of fun, and her commentary style really fits that. Hers is very much, at least from what I can tell, more of a casual style, which is great. It's a lot of fun. It seems to be very natural. Not a lot of filler, not a lot of extra stuff. Some people kind of, you can kind of tell when they're sort of massaging things in. She's not. Hers seems to be very natural, very free-flowing. It's a lot of fun, and it really fits Minish Cap very well. So I would recommend you go over and watch some of her stuff. If you watch some of her Xenoblade stuff before I do, tell me how good it is, because I hadn't had the chance yet. My next supporter that I will be supporting is Professor Magus, who has probably been one of my most fervent supporters in my life of my channel. We first met over at the Let's Play Sanctuary, and he is doing a lot of stuff as well. He's doing a couple of playthroughs right now. First off, of Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, which he has been going at for a pretty good bit of time now. And now he is also doing Wild Arms, which, if you've seen some of my previous Let's Plays, you know I've done Wild Arms too. So he did his a little bit after I finished off with mine, and he's taken it his own direction, which of course is natural. It's pretty good. His Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix is good as well. Both of those, he is very, I guess the best way I can think to put his playstyle is he has garnered a lot of inspiration from H.C. Bailey. You can see that in the way that he comments. You can see it in some of the stuff that he talks about in his videos. But he adds some goofiness to it too, which is more his signature, I think. His works are really good. He's supported me a lot, not just on YouTube, but on Twitter as well, for which I'm immensely grateful. And so you should go over and support him too. Next up is Effie Zelda Lord 12345, who started watching my Let's Play videos around the time I was finishing Wild Arms and starting Suikoden 2. He helped me out a lot with Suikoden 2, provided a lot of support, especially as I was trying to go blind with it, with a little bit of backseating so that I could find the 108 stars, but wasn't spoiling anything. Him and Christoph and a number of others helped me out a lot with that. Now, Fez is concentrating primarily on one major project right now, and that is actually the first Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. He's going through that. Fez's style is much more, his is much more in terms of completionist style, not necessarily, Professor Magus is a little more goofy, fun-loving sort of thing. I think Shan seems to be leaning a little bit in that direction as well. Fez is much more informative and very, I mean, not to say he's not humorous, of course, but much more informative and, I guess, engaging in that aspect than anything else. And if you watch his Kingdom Hearts videos, you will see what I mean. He is really good when it comes to that stuff. You know he does his homework. You know that he gets as much information in as he can before he does a video. And you know that he has very exacting standards on his videos before he releases them. You can tell that when you go over and watch his videos, and I hope you do. Next up is RatSpeak, who seems to have a lot of stuff going at the same time. I had to look into some of his projects to see what all he was doing. I don't know how he does it. He's got 3 projects going at the same time. He has, first off, Danganronpa, which is, from what I've been told, a combination of 999 and Phoenix Wright. With it, I've watched the first episode or 2. It seems to have a lot of, I got a lot of Persona 3 or Persona 4 feel from it, really. In terms of the art style, in terms of the way that it's laid out, it wouldn't surprise me at all if Atlas was heavily involved with that. I probably was, I just missed it. The Phoenix Wright stuff comes in a little bit later. I don't think I've gotten to it quite yet in terms of watching his videos, but it is a very unique game. If you are into the Persona 3, 4 kind of style, and Phoenix Wright obviously with trials and trying to gather evidence and stuff like that, then that is definitely a series for you. I've seen a few other Let's Players doing it as well, so I think it's one of the more popular series right now. But go over and watch RatSpeak. It's definitely worth your time. He is also doing, let's see, he is also doing Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD on Hero Mode, as is another of the Let's Players I'm going to be profiling in just a minute. He is, I haven't seen any videos of that game, so I'm not really sure what to comment on that. He is also doing Professor Layton in the Lost Future, which Professor Layton is a game that is very much in the vein of Phoenix Wright, with a bit more, well, okay, both series have a bit of silliness in it, but in different ways, I think. So RatSpeak's doing a lot of stuff all at the same time. I'm not sure how he manages to get all those videos out in a timely fashion. I couldn't. I mean, I'm sticking to one project and I'm having enough trouble as it is. So definitely worth your time to go check him out. He's got a lot of stuff going and really suits pretty much any preference, I think. You could watch one set or another set, or heck, all 3, I guess, and get something out of each of them. Next up is Greeny XI, who, at the time of filming this vlog, is actually kind of, well, sort of in between projects, because I think he's going to start his new project tomorrow, as of this filming, of course. He just finished a playthrough of the Zelda-esque game Alundra on PS1. Alundra was a game I wasn't really sure. I had seen it a little bit. I hadn't actually played it myself, so I wasn't quite sure what it was like. But when I started watching his videos, I discovered pretty quickly what it was like. It is very much like Zelda. Platforming, puzzle solving, fighting off monsters, boss fights, well, not hearts, they call them life vessels, and magic and things like that. So it is very much a Zelda game in terms of its layout and its structure. But the reason I think that Alundra is a really good game is because it's not just go out and beat Ganon and save the world. It is psychological as well. There are a lot of issues in terms of saving people from their nightmares, what their nightmares look like, how their mental states to a great degree influence what their nightmares are. And it digs a lot into, maybe not quite as deep into the psyche as, say, Xenogears or something like that, but it still delves into the psyche and psychoanalytical impressions of people and how those are explored within dream worlds. Pretty much, I think Sigmund Freud would have a good time with this one. It's that sort of game. I don't know what project he's doing next. He didn't say. I guess we'll all find out tomorrow. So hopefully you can go by his channel, check him out, and we can all find out together. Lastly is one of the guys who first started supporting me when I came over to the Let's Play Sanctuary. Professor Magus was one of them. The other one is Magic Zenith. Now, Magic Zenith's been around for a good long while. Some of the others that support me have been around for a while as well, but Magic Zenith's been around for quite some time. And his big thing is the fail meter. I think his style in many ways is to go through and kind of critique himself, I guess, with the fail meter. And so it produces a lot of really funny moments. He gets a kick, I think, out of going through a game. And unlike some of us Let's Players who don't particularly like to get really mad and ragey and such, he gets ragey in a funny way. Not in the bash your keyboard, oh my god, tear everything up sort of rage. I don't really like that. He gets ragey, but it's a fun rage because you can kind of, I wouldn't necessarily say laugh at his discomfort. Okay, kind of laugh at his discomfort. But he does it in a way that is enjoyable and not, oh my god, terrible sort of thing. Now, he features this rage meter or fail meter and other such stuff, not only in the projects that he's doing in and of himself or just by himself, which are actually the couple that I have to profile, but he also does a lot of gaming videos with other people, which I think is really cool because it, I think it really fosters a sense of community among those friends that he plays with. And you can see it. It's really evident in some of the montages and highlights and such that they have on his channel. Is really good in that respect. So those are some things you can go look at. The couple of events or couple of plays that I have on my little notes here to talk about. First off, he just finished playing through Dark Souls 2 blind, which, oh god, as hard as that game seems to be, I hadn't played them, but as hard as they seem to be just from the playthroughs that I've watched of other people, I don't know how he made it through that game blind. Boy. But he just finished the game proper. He's going through the DLC now. So if you want to go back and watch his playthrough of the game itself, he's got them all up, and he's just started going through the DLC. So there's that too. He also is another one who started doing a playthrough of Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. But it's not just on Hero Mode. He's doing a 3-heart run on Hero Mode. He did a 3-heart run on Wind Waker, I think last year, I believe. And he did really, really well. He was deathless until the final battle with Ganon, which is insane. My god, if I tried a 3-heart run, I'd probably die in 5 minutes. So I got to give him major props from that. He does really, really well with that sort of thing. Okay, so that's all the folks I have today. If you want to be, I guess, featured on another version of this, just let me know. I didn't have time to get to everybody in terms of active projects. So those of you who weren't featured in this, please don't take offense. I don't mean to imply any sort of lack on anybody's part. I just didn't really have the time to go through and get everybody's information to get everyone lined up. So if you want to be featured in another one, let me know. If I get enough people, I might just do another one in the very near future. Because I know I don't have a huge community. I've got 103 folks, like I mentioned. It's not massive or anything like that. But I want you guys to have an awareness of each other. I want you to have some options as far as other folks you can check out. And besides, you guys have been kind enough to support me, so I feel it's not just my duty, but it's my pleasure and my honor to help support you guys as well. So thank you guys very much. I hope you guys will continue to tune into my videos. And I will, well, of course, I will see you guys back when we start publishing Tales of the Abyss again in just a few days.